Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to a gameplay video for DCeased Gotham City Outbreak. This is the retail expansion of DCeased, not the game found or crowdfunding version. I have done an unboxing of this. I will link that. That is in my other channel where I do unboxings. So if you like to see unboxings of games rather than gameplay stuff, you like to know what's more in there, or the rest of the content, definitely go check that out. So we're going to play through the first one, which is the tutorial mission. So it's going to be very simple. Hopefully I can win. Just because it's in easy mode doesn't mean I won't screw it up. But what I am also doing is I am mixing with components from some of my other games and other things to make my, I bought upgrades, I'm using them. So we have the first mission here, which is the Riots in Gotham City. We are playing as... We got good old Batman here. We have Robin, Damian Wayne. We're going to play with Harley Quinn. And we are also going to have Poison Ivy. Now, this is just, I'd like to eventually get a better setup for my camera so you can see my boards as well. But what I am using, I'm going to tilt my camera down here. I am using the Marvel Zombie boards because I'll eventually get the DC ones when I eventually gets released. But we have our activation tokens, so we can keep track. We have our health tokens, green for each colored character. Spots for our ability traits, and a spot for our bystander when we rescue one. The only thing we don't have is we don't have a spot for equipment cards because they weren't part of Marvel, so they don't have a spot for them. So I just have to kind of set them off to the side when I find them. The other thing we are upgrading to is we are using 3D crates I got. They're technically Stark crates for Marvel Zombie, but they're going to represent. I like them better than the little tokens. We have our bystander cards and our equipment on the board. We also use awesome little 3D doors I've gotten printed from the Etsy stores. I've done videos in my other channel on those as well. They're really cool because when you destroy them, they break apart. So that way I can still tell where the doorway is, but I can physically easily tell where all my doors are. I'm also using the official plastic tiles from CMON, but I'm using the Marvel Zombies, which is why they show a little person on there instead of just two zombies. Yes, I'm just upgrading. Then the last thing I've upgraded to, I'm also using, I'll just show these off, is these are also official CMON ones. These are from the Invader series, but they had ones from other ones. They're really great ways to hold all my old cards. I have to spawn, draw one, flip it over, put it in the discard pile. But then they're not spilling all over, which is very nice when you start to sleeve them, because sleeves can make them kind of a pain. So yeah, we'll have those up. I will hold up and show cards as I do different abilities and things like that. But let's go ahead. And we're going to see, we have one more thing to do in here. Before we start the games, we're going to have to spawn a zombie hero near the exit. Let's first look at what our mission is. So it says, we picked up some strange reports being broadcast over Gotham police channels. Riots of some kind have broken out in downtown. It sounds like it could get pretty serious if we don't put a stop to it quickly. Just another night in Gotham City. Alright, so what's our objective here? Reconnaissance. Accomplish these objectives in any order. Take all objectives and rescue at least one bystander. Then, escape via the exit with all superheroes. Any superhero may leave through its exit zone for free at the end of their turn as long as there are no enemies in it. If any superheroes are eliminated, the players immediately lose the game. So I really have to focus as working on a team in this, as opposed to like guys running off at different groups. I am playing a 4-player game, so I thought that's the way it should be played. Special setup, we have rioters, ? Spawn one walker in each of the marked zones, which we've done. And unexpected death, spawn one random zombie hero near the exit zone. And then special, secure location, each objective gives 5 XP to the superhero who takes it. So we've set the board up how they want us to set it up. I don't need the rule part anymore, but I'll keep kind of track of some of my stuff. So we have to summon a zombie to fight. So who are we going to fight? Is it going to be Bane, Killer Croc, the Joker, or the Huntress? Let's find out. We are fighting Killer Croc right off the bat. So that's going to be kind of a pain. So we'll set his there. And we'll throw him over here in the exit. As a reminder, walkers get 1 activation. Brutes also get 1 activation, but and then runners and hero zombies have 2 activations, so they get to do 2 things every turn. They have hit points dictated on their cards, so Bane has 4. Eventually, he'll get 5. And extra activation and toughness if I get too high in the levels. But hopefully, being tutorial level, I won't get up. I might not get into orange, or if I do, it'll be very, very late in the game. Hopefully, hopefully I'll have him off the board before that. And then brutes have 2 hit points. Walkers, runners each have 1. We have our dice here, so we have those set up as well. Cool. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and start this off. Everyone's at level 0 for blue. Each one has their own ability. We can pick which order everyone goes in, which I like that style versus person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4. Yeah, you don't have to go in order. Yeah, each player chooses activation, which their order. So I do like that, as that's how I played my other Zombicide games. I find that a little bit more fun, just because you can strategically do it. So each character has 3 activations. So our first thing we want to probably worry about is we have the 2 walkers we have to worry about, because this guy can move on his next turn. We may as well take him out. And then we want to eventually try and take out Killer Croc, but we'll try and save up some power and do some of that right away. So what do we want to do with our character? So each guy has a different thing. So Harley Quinn just has an ability, bonk, once during each of your turns. Hold this up for you guys. See if I can get that to focus too. Hopefully I'll keep remembering to focus the camera in between the two. Just once during your turns, you may eliminate 1 walker around your zone, or spend 2 to eliminate a brute. So that's very helpful for her. So I could just spend an action, move in there, eliminate that walker without having to do anything. Or I could use Batman. He could spend his power point just to eliminate one walker thing, range of 1, which isn't a bad thing as well. Thing is, as soon as I open a door, guys are going to spawn. Since Killer Croc's going to constantly be coming this way, I think I want to do is go to this. Got a spawn point there too. So I'm wondering if I want to try and work around to this zone, but then guys are going to come through easily here. Whereas if I go that without the sprouts, I might just head up and try and get into that door. But I also want to watch having too many people in that area. So I think we're going to do this. Let's start with this. We're going to do, Harley Quinn's going to take her turn first. So she's going to do a, she has 3 actions. So she has move 1. She has move 2. She's going to eliminate this guy for free with her blue ability. So that's at least 1 less guy out. She's going to gain an XP point. Puts her up to 1. And then her third action is we also gain our 1 power. So I could have attacked. I could have spent my power. I could do this. Right? It's all I can do for blue is that. So I'm going to do those. I'm going to spend her. Can't open the door. I can gain 2 power. Or I could gain a trait. I'm going to have her gain a trait. Hopefully it'll be enough, because I just got to watch out, because Killer Croc on his turn will move into her zone. So I want to make sure she can defend herself. So do I want to give her more power, or do I want to give her a trait? I'm going to have her get a trait. So let's see what her trait card is. She has Offer Aid. Discard below one of the superhero in your zone, perform a free power-up action, then draw a heroic trait. Okay. So that's not too bad. Doesn't help me against Bane when he gets there. So now I question, do I want to send somebody else to help her out in case, or not Bane, I keep saying Bane, Killer Croc, in case Killer Croc gets up there. And then what we do is we want to go open that door though first. But Ivy does have an ability. It says, once you're in a turn, you may spend 1 power to push one other superhero, bystander, enemy within 1 range. So, I could do is pull Harley back a spot with her ability. So, let's take Ivy here. We're going to move 1. She's going to move 1 space there. She gains her power for the turn. She's going to spend her energy to use her Vine Grab ability. So it's once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to push one other superhero, bystander, or enemy within 2 ranges up to 1 zone. Now, I could use that to, like, shove Killer Croc back a couple of spaces. Instead, I'm going to spend that power to push her back into this zone. So that's my second activation. Move, and I did my power. I did my ability. Well, actually, it doesn't actually take up a spot, does it? Because it's just an ability. I'm not actually using one of her. It doesn't say using action. Okay, cool. So I just spent that to use that. That's not bad, though. Because now at least she's in the same zone as the rest of them. So, like, when Killer Croc moves 2 spaces, I won't be attacked right away. So that'll be helpful there. Her second action, I think what we'll do is we'll break down the door, which will spawn a bunch of enemies. Now, it'd be nice to have everybody maybe on the same spot before we did that, but it's not going to happen. So we're going to break our door down. So that's really cool. Now I still know there's a door right there, so I'm going to look at the little tile. And then we're going to have 2 spawn points. But maybe we can get in here, we can get this objective, and we can get some items and equipment, give some guys some extra bonuses before the zombies start coming. So we're going to draw our first spawn card. We'll do 1, and then we'll do 2 over there. So we'll spawn for the big area first. We spawned walkers. So we spawned 3 of them. That's not too bad to begin with. And now you might be like, okay, if you're upgrading long, I use tokens. I'm going to use a little standees just because this is that version of the game. That's what they're going to have. Plus, I don't really have any Batman-themed things. Like, maybe if I had a bunch of, like, spawn guys that were clowns, I would have used those. Alright, our second spawn. Oh, that's not good. But we're playing the cards as they're drawn. We spawned a zombie hero plus a brute. Yeah, this is not going to go good for us because we spawned a thing. So we spawned Catwoman. So Catwoman was hiding in the clock tower. It says if any hero has equipment cards, she spawns closest to them. Well, we didn't have any. But she's going to spawn in there with a brute. So this is going to be an uphill battle right off the bat. And then we need to spawn our bystanders. So who's hiding out in the middle here? We have Harvey Bullock. Before attacking, you may discard 1 hero trait to roll 2 face-down dice. Alright, so we're going to set that there. Oh, we forgot to grab the miniatures for the bystanders. Let me grab those quick. Alright, we summoned good old Harvey to the board. Sorry for all the shading issues again. I gotta get a better camera setup for this. So, yeah, this is gonna be tricky because we have a superhero right away we have to take out. Ivy's done 2 actions. She's moved and she's opened the door. So she only has 1 more. So basically, she'd be to move in there. Because otherwise, they're going to any of these zombies, so they can use. There's a doorway there, and there's a doorway there. Their next activation, they're gonna go after Harvey. So I have to get in there and take out as many as I can. Unfortunately, she can't reach any of them where she's at. So I should move her in and have her do stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is just instead, I'm not gonna have her gain a trait. I'm gonna give her 2 power. She's going to do a power-up for her 3rd action, because in that way, maybe she can use her vine grab right away, or roll extra dice, so when guys moving her way. But I have to do is, they're probably going to eat Harvey. I don't know, especially because there's, because Catwoman's in there. But what I can do is I can opt to, when the villains have a chance to move, they can see whoever's in this area, so they have the option of going there or going there, and I can choose they go after the superhero first. So that is an option, but I definitely gotta watch out for someone like Catwoman, because I don't feel like taking the extra amount of damage from them. They still do only 1 damage, if I am correct. Let me double check on that. You're a single attack action matches top is a eliminating enemy. Enemies attacking. Where's enemies attacking? I'm pretty sure. You'd think I'd know this stuff, but they change from game to game just a little bit. Enemies attack. Always successful, always afflicts 1 wound. Okay, so the heroes do 1 wound, even the same as everybody else. Alright, so that's not so terrible, they're just harder to kill. Alright, so then we come down to Batman and Robin. So Batman has the ability to spend an action to eliminate 1 walker within range 1. And then I can use his ranged attack. So I'm going to do 2 actions. So we have 1, 2, we're going to move him in there. We're going to use Bat Gadgets, which says once per turn you may spend 1 power to eliminate 1 walker within range 1, or spend 2 to search for hero traits, and then shuffle it. So I'm going to do is spend the 1 we just gained to take out 1 of these guys for free. Then that way it's 1 less guy I have to worry about. Now he has battering. He rolls 2 dice for... So I have 1 more action, so I'm going to attack. He just rolls 2 dice for potentially 3 accuracy. So I can hit a guy up to 1 range. So what I think I want to do is I could potentially... I can't take out Catwoman. 2 dice are not going to be enough. I spent my power, so I can't roll any higher. I could try and take out the Brute, but I'd have to roll 2 successes, which is 50-50 shot at 3. And it could take him out. Or, alternatively, I could try and take out the walkers, which again, if I roll 2, I could take out both of them. And that's potentially less stuff I have to do. The issue I'm going to have is Robin, because it's going to take 2 actions to move there. It's going to take a 3rd one to move on to the zone where they're at. So he's not going to be able to get in and take out them guys. He's just not going to be able to get close enough to help anybody else. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and take out these 2 walkers. So we're going to roll our 2 dice for our batarangs. Batman threw 2 dice. We have a 5 and a 1. So I'm only going to take out 1 of them. That's what it is. Hopefully I don't lose Batman on turn 1. Yep, I'm going to. I'm gonna have to. Well, here's what we'll do: is instead of I have 2 options. Either 1, I rewind the game and I pull Batman, and he has to just use his 3rd action to move back out into the street, or option 2 would be. Option 2 is I could just spend his 3rd action to move here, and then he'll just take 2 damage, regardless. Or 3 is how I'm gonna play this. And we're gonna do it this way. It's gonna make it a little bit harder. I might lose, but summoning a hero first room is definitely crappy. But that's the game rolled for us. So we're gonna do this. Batman's done. We have Robin here, who can go Damien. So now, again, if I have to do 3 actions, 1, 2, his 3rd action is just going to get him into a spot with anybody. That doesn't help him. The only way it would help him is I could put him in the same room as Batman, and then they could each take some damage. So there's that option, or option 2 is I could move him here, attack, potentially take out this guy, and I could start moving him back around, maybe try and enter the door from the backside. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the other option. So we're going to go 1, 2. We'll leave him in this zone with Batman. There's a reason for this. I'm not going to die, but we're going to do this for the sake of strategy. Robin would definitely jump in to help out. He'd be in the forefray. He has his 1 power, which I don't have an ability to use that for. His ability is dice. He has a melee attack, and his ability uses dice. He needs to attack. So what I'm going to do is instead use his 3rd action to do a power-up or a trait. We're going to try and gain a trait here. So you do Tenacious. Discard after attacking to reroll any dice. That's actually really good with his ability because he wants to roll 6s. Alright, so that's all of my guys have went. Now zombies are going to activate. They're going to attack, so there's nothing in their attack zone. Then they're going to move. Enemies that have not attacked are going to try and move instead. So each one gets 1. So Walker is going to move into this zone with everybody, but he's not going to attack because it's just one zone. Brute, same thing. He has one activation. He's going to move into here. Catwoman, on the other hand, now, again, I could go two different routes with Catwoman. I could ever move after Batman and Robin, or I could ever just take out Harley. The thing is, I think she's going to go after the bigger threat. That's generally more of the thing I think they want to do. So she's going to move here for her first action, and then Killer Croc up here for his first action is going to slide here. Then we do second activations. No second ones there. Killer Croc gets a second one, so now he's here. So now I have two villains almost on top of me. So this is gonna be a sucky sandwich here. And Catwoman is going to attack. She's gonna attack Batman. Makes sense. A little bit of memory of Batman pissing her off at some former life. So she does 1 damage to Batman. That is their phase. But now we have to spawn. So we have 2 spawn spots. Oh, wait. Harvey is going to try and move. Again, the heroes are always going to try and move 1 space, but they do not move into a zone with a zombie. So he can move up or down. He's going to move up this way. So we're going to pull his card off the board for now. They always want to try and move towards the hero. So we'll just set that there as a reminder. Now we're going to spawn. We'll spawn for spot number 1 way over here. We got a runner. Okay. I can deal with a runner. That's not too bad. And then spot number 2 on the other side. Oh, no. This is not good. So we have Crushing Charge, spawn. Just one brute, not bad. Then all brutes move. He's not going to move. He's already in a zone. Then each brute zone containing 1 superhero that must discard 1 hero trait or suffer a wound. We are getting some bad draws here. But yeah, this is the nature of the game. So I'm going with it. So they'll all move. So he's going to move. He's going to come this way. That's the closest way he can get around. The other guy won't move. Because he's already in a zone. There's no reason for him to move another time. I mean, that's how I would play it. I wouldn't have them move a second time. Just gonna see if it specifies anything else. Yeah, it just says move, but I would treat it like a regular move. Otherwise, I'd move him off the tile. The alternative, if I had to move him, I'd force him into the spot with the other heroes. But why would he move if there's already guys there? It says, each superhero then must discard 1 hero trait or suffer a wound. Batman doesn't have any, so he takes another damage. He's down to 1 health. Robin is going to discard, because it says they must discard 1 or suffer. I think they have the option, but he'll just discard a card. Alright, so that was interesting. Alright. Everyone jumps back into their activations. And now we get to pick what we get to do. Now, what we need to do is we need to take out Catwoman. Because if we don't, she is going to do 2 hits in her next turn. So we have to take her out no matter what. So, again, I could do Batman. He could end up getting... So we have a couple of options, right? So, like, I could move Harley Quinn into that zone with Batman and Robin. She could spend her 1 power to eliminate that brute for free. Then he's out of the way. So I can ignore him for the moment. But just remember, in order of taking guys out, zombie, hero, brute. So if I do any regular attacks, I have to attack Catwoman first anyhow. I can also use... Harley Quinn's ability to power up somebody to give them the extra 2 things. So that might not be a bad thing to try. Have her moving in, spending a power to take out that brute. Then she could try and attack. Maybe she can take out Catwoman. I don't know. She rolls 3 dice. 4 accuracy, so it probably won't happen. But I can also spend 1 power to gain an extra die as well. But it says, discard another superhero in his zone to perform a free power-up action, then draw 1 heroic trait. And I might want to use that on Batman to give him some extra power. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Harley again. Oh, we don't want to flip over her token. She's going to gain 1 power. She's going to spend 1 action to move in here. Spend her 1 power to use her bonk to eliminate the brute. Doesn't matter. There's someone else in the zone. Alright, so it's 1 less threat that we have. her second action, not even a second action, just a second ability. Because using stuff doesn't spend actions to do this. So she's going to go ahead and spend her offer aids. It says discard to allow one other super in your zone to perform one free power-up and draw a hero trait. So we'll discard that, and then we will give Batman a free power-up, which puts him at 2. Because then you can search for a specific card, but we're going to draw one to see what he gets. He has Rally Allies. Discard during turn of all other superheroes within range 2 each game plus 1 power. Cool. So you can actually use that thing to boost everybody else up. So I could use him next to gain some good boosts in there. And I could even move him into like the space with Harvey and the equipment if I wanted to. Just because in that way, he could do all that stuff from a range. So that's actually pretty nice as well. And you can't use both parts of his ability, though, to take out the walker, though, unfortunately. Now, Harley's first action was to move. Her second action is going to be, could be a 2 attack. What I'm going to do first is do a power-up, gain 2 more. Okay, she used 1 to eliminate the brute. I'm going to gain 2 more, gain power-up to gain 2 things. She's going to do 1 attack, so she'd normally get 3 dice for her mallet, and I have 4 accuracy. So we have 3 dice, but I'm going to spend both power-up points to give her 2 extra dice. She's going to roll 5 and attempt to take out Catwoman. So she needs 3, 4, or higher. Oh boy. Alright, well, she did not roll 3, 4, or higher. So she did not take out Catwoman. Alright. Harley is done. Alright, so then my next option I have is I think I want to use Batman. I mean, I could use Ivy to shove Croc back, or even just shove Catwoman somewhere else. But I think I might want to use. I could use her to use Croc, send Croc out of the area, right? Use her attack to attack into the zone, trying to take some people out. And if I can, maybe I can always move her in afterwards. Batman's rally ability, I kind of want her in the zone to be able to use it. Just during your turn, you have all the superheroes each gain 1 power. Because where's Croc going to move? If I don't move him, he's going to go 1, 2. He's going to be right back on top of us. So I think we'll go Ivy again. Kind of funny I'm doing these in the same order, but they kind of work that way. Just at least for where I'm at. So she's going to gain 1 power up to 3. She's going to spend that to use Vine. But I could always pull Batman out too. But I'm going to spend 1. Says push one of the superhero, bystander, enemy within range 2 up to 1 zone. I'm going to push Croc back this way, so he can't get into us. Her second thing is I'm actually just going to move her into this zone with everybody else. And then her third action, I'm going to spend to try and attack Catwoman again. Now, if she gets 3 dice normally, I'm going to spend my 2 power to go back up to 5. We're going to hope that she can take him out. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. Look at this. We got enough to take out Catwoman. Awesome. So Catwoman is now defeated. And we gain 3 XP for that. 1, 2, 3. You gotta watch, because everyone's gonna start getting closer to that yellow. Okay, so now that's not a threat. She's done. They're done. Now I have Robin, and I have... we have Robin, and we have Batman. So, Robin gets to roll more dice, Batman gets to do other stuff. But I think what I might do is if I take Batman first, and I do his rally ability, everyone's going to gain 2 power right away. Or gain 1 power. Everyone else, which will help everyone else get back up to some options. Then I can always move him, and have him go get Harvey and the equipment card. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But before I do any of that, so we'll do Batman. He gains 1 power. Then what I'm going to do is have him spend 2 to use his special Bat Gadgets ability, which says, search your hero trait deck for any 1 card, take it, then shuffle the deck. So I already know what exact ability I want to get. because Batman's at 1 health, so he needs to heal. And this is a great thing to have Batman for. So yeah, 1 action he spent again. So we're gonna grab this. We have show of resolve. Discard during a turn and spend 1 power to heal 1 wound. So Batman has 1 power left. I'm gonna spend that. I'm gonna spend this right away. He's gonna heal back up to 2 health, just so in case something happens, he has the ability to that. So he hasn't actually done any actions yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and also discard our rally allies. Discard during a turn while superheroes within range 2 gain 1 power. So then Robin will be up to 2. Harley and Ivy will both be up to 1. So I'll just help them for the next turn to be able to use abilities quicker. So Batman's second action is going to be, or his first actual action will be to move into there. He does gain his I think we gained his power already. So he's gonna find Harvey. So now he's gonna equip Harvey, which again says, before attacking, you may discard a reroll 1 hero, discard a hero trait to roll 2 dice. So nobody has any right now, so that doesn't help. I'm just gonna set him in my hero trait slots. Oh, never mind. I got my bystander slots for that. So yeah, but since Batman can get some of those easily and find specific ones, I'm probably gonna give it to somebody else. To reroll dice. I think I'm going to probably give it to Robin, but we'll worry about that when it's Robin's turn. Oh, crap, because there was a zombie in that zone. Batman would have had to spend 2 actions to move there. So I could have had Robin attack first and try and take out our Batman. That's fine. I will spend, again, I'm playing this as I did. I spent 2 actions to move. We have 1 more action to go. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to check this equipment. Ooh, he got Stun Rod, which is really good. Cheap weapon. When attacking with this, each roll of 6 deals 2 hits to a single enemy. Cool, so we got an item card. We'll stick that in our ability slot. Now, unfortunately, I can't give this stuff to Robin because I would have to spend a 3rd action to move into that spot. And that wouldn't help me. But what we'll do is we'll use move these guys back kind of over here. We'll use our 3rd action to walk these guys into the chest so that Batman is ready to activate that next turn. Cool. That was Batman's stuff. All right, then Robin's going to go. First thing he's going to do is just attack, I think. So he needs to do 1 point of damage. He gets 3 dice. He needs to roll 4 or higher, so he's going to try and take out this last walker. Definitely got that. So he's gone. Goes up a point. Alright. His second action. So I don't really need... I don't really need to have him in there anymore. But again, the problem is now... Just to go anywhere, it's going to spend him a bunch of extra points. I could send him out to where Killer Croc is going to be. And have him prepped for Killer Croc next round. So he doesn't have to spend movement points. I think that's probably the best option. So we'll spend action 2 to go here. And then we're going to spend his 3rd action to look for a trait card. To see if we have something that'll help him fight Croc. So, oh, yeah, it's Empowered Strike right here. Discard before attacking. Spend 1 power to roll +3 dice. Yeah, that's definitely great. So you can spend even more dice to try and take out Killer Croc. So that's awesome. That was all of Robin's moves. Alright, so then my plan for next turn will be... get everyone back out of the building. Batman will activate the objective. Everyone else should try and move out, but he's got to kind of stay back a little bit because he's already taking a hit of damage, and he's got to worry about everyone else. But he can also use just range stuff, take out walkers at a range and do things there. So first thing we're going to do is activate. Everyone's going to get a move 1 spot. Runner, walker, Croc, and Brute. And then second activation, Killer Croc's going to come after Robin. Runner's going to run into there. Nobody actually gets into where they're going to do any damage this turn. We're going to discard Catwoman here. And so we don't accidentally think we're still fighting her. Alright, then we have spawn points. So spawn number 1 over there, we're going to get 2 more Brutes. Okay, I can handle that. As long as it's not another hero right off the bat. Plus, it's nice because I could always use Harley to eliminate them very quickly if I need to. At least one at a time. She has to be in the same zone, but, you know, if they wait till they come to her. Our second spawn in the other corner. Oh, come on, game. Seriously, we have another zombie hero. Spawn 1 plus 2 walkers. Alright. We are going to also spawn the Joker, who has even... Oh, this is going to be frustrating. Alright, so Joker has... he target priority last, so I can't attack him first. I defeat everybody else. But he also spawns with a runner. At the end of his activation, sorry, he spawns a runner. So I don't do one the first turn, but every other turn after that, he's going to spawn. But we do spawn with 2 walkers to begin with. So the runner, though, will eventually start catching up to him or be a little bit behind him. All right, so that's going to make that a little bit frustrating because now we have to get... all I have to do, I have to get in the other door because I have to activate that door too. But what I hope is break through this door and then we can run to that door to the exit while everyone kind of follows behind us. It might not have been a bad idea to break this door down because then these zombies would come this way and then get stuck walking maybe through the building. But I didn't do that, so it's what it is. All right, let's flip everyone's activation tokens back over. And start round 3. All right, let's go for round 3. So we've been doing Harley, Ivy, Batman, Robin in that order for the first 2 rounds. Yeah, Batman getting the... Right now, he does 1 action to do that, and is after like 1, 2, 3 could maybe get out and do stuff, but he's not going to be very useful right now. Again, unless I break this door down, because then zombies will come through, but I can spend 1 action, 2 action, 3 actions. That wouldn't help me. So he's not going to be super helpful this turn for fighting stuff, so I'm not going to worry about him. Robin's right up there already fighting Killer Croc. I think I just want to try and take him out right away. If I can, and then deal with everybody else afterwards. So Robin is going to gain 1 power right away. Now, I could do a power-up action, but he's already at 3 of 4, so I only gain 1 power of it, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But he does have an ability here that says, when performing a melee attack, for each roll of 6 after any rolls, roll +1 die. Those rolls may generate additional dice. Now, what I would have loved to have done was giving him the Eskrima sticks because... he has the Eskrima. I would love to give him Batman's Stun Rod because each 6 deals 2 hits to a single enemy. So I have a lot better chance. Plus, they have less accuracy. You lose 1 die, but you have easier accuracy. But there's no way Batman... unless I don't have him do that objective and I just have him move out, but that's 1, 2, 3 spaces, he wouldn't have enough actions to hand anything over. So I could have planned that differently, but I didn't. So Robin is going to use his first attack. I think what we want to do is we want to just go all out. We need to take out Killer Croc. So what we're going to do is before we spend any dice, though, we have Empowered Strike, which says discard before attacking, spend 1 power, and roll 3 dice. So we're going to spend our 1 power, and we're going to roll 3 extra dice. We're going to go 6 dice against him. I think this is the way to go. We need to roll 4s. We need at least... but he has 4 health. I need to roll 4 of my... You know what? We're going to do is we're going to spend our last 2 power. I'm going to grab 2 of my marble dice as well. We're going to roll 6 dice. He's going all out with 1 big attack on Killer Croc. The thing is, if he doesn't take him out with this attack, he has 2 actions to move. And that's about all he can do. Is he has to spend 2 actions to get away from him. Or he could try and power up and then do a second action. That's my 2 options. We're going to try 1 massive attack. Okay, so we got 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hits on him. So that's enough to take him out. But because he also has the ability, if he rolls a 6, he gets an additional die. So I'm going to roll an extra die just to see what I would get. We got a 2. All right. He had just enough to take him out. Now, if Killer Croc had been in orange and he had 5 health, I would have lost. I was just with, what, I had 8 dice? 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I had 8 dice, and I just barely took him out. But that gets Robin 4 XP. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that puts him at 5. So I gotta watch out, because I think after we kill some more guys, we're gonna get into the issue of getting into yellow. So now I have 2 more actions with Robin. So I could either just leave him here, I could draw a trait, and I could power up, let these other guys come to me. The issue is that runner is going to take 2 actions. 1 to move in, 1 to attack. So I kind of need to at least attempt to take her out. The problem there, again, would be, if I did that, if I move there, is 1 action to move, 1 to attack. I have to take out both the runner and the walker in the same action. So again, he'd only have 3 dice just right now to take out both of them. So I'd have to roll 2 hits. And if I don't, then that runner's going to get 2 actions on me. Granted, I could have Ivy and them guys come out and try some attacks too, so there's always that option as well. So yeah, I have some different options there. Or do I want to move him up towards that brute on the top? Do the same thing, try and roll that, and I still need 2 hits to take him out. But then that way he's positioned to start trying to take out Joker on his next turn. Which again, with I can roll a bunch of extra... I don't have the extra power-up card, but I could roll some extra good attacks. Interesting on what I want to do there. Yeah, let's risk moving him up here. We'll move him up here. Action 2. Action 3 is going to take another attack. Well, there's a skirmish sticks. Ooh, but he does take this guy out, though. Oh, still 1 XP. Okay, I was like, I didn't want to put him up into 2. Alright, so we need 2 hits to take out this brute. Oh, we got a 5 and a 6. Perfect. He's gone. Nice. Gain 1 more XP. Nice. Now, next turn, he's set up closer to be able to take out the Joker. Joker will get a move to him, but he won't be able to take him out. Alright, that was our good friend Robin there. Alright. So now we have to use everybody else. Now I could try and break down that door right away, but I think I want to get rid of these guys first. Just because I'm worried if all of a sudden I summon another big guy, then I'm just trying to like run over and fight that. And then those guys are going to move into my area. Yeah, let's try this. Let's do this. 1 action, 2 action. During your turn, you may eliminate 1 walker or runner in your zone for free. So I'm going to take out that runner. Now I have to deal with that. With her. And she gains her power for moving in there. So that was her 2 actions. That was a free action. And then I'm going to spend her attack to try and take out this last walker. She has mallet with 3 dice. She takes out the walker. Perfect. We are doing very well. We are catching up. Okay, so that's all 3 of her actions. Move, attack. Yeah, move 1, move twice, and attack. Okay, so she's done. But now my board is clear, so now I could have Ivy going. She does summon some guys. It's going to take a bit for those guys to get up there and do stuff. So it's not a big deal there. So we're going to move Ivy 1, and we're going to see what comes to this door. So her second action, she's going to break down this other door, which means we get to spawn. Let's spawn the farthest one first. We spawned 1 brute. Okay. I'd like to actually get that door open before we hit up into yellow, because also then we're summoning harder things. Oh, thank God. If there's another hero, I was going to flip my brains. We have 2 walkers in here, so that's not too bad. And who is our other bystander for the mode? Oh, if that could have been an ambush, that would have been hilarious. Alfred says, when he is rescued, draw 1 random equipment and a heroic trait. So that'll be very helpful. So let's put Alfred there. So we gotta go over there and rescue Alfred. Now, keep in mind, though, we have that brute who's gonna move over. So luckily, that's not a runner. so that he doesn't activate. Now, here's the problem, though, because these guys each getting each activation, though, beforehand, and I don't have a lot of extra attacks. So, she did her move. She did the door. She has one more thing. I could power her up. I could use her ability to pull a guy towards me. Actually, I should have moved Batman first and then use that. That would have been a good thing. Or I could pull Robin back and we could just try and avoid the Joker for now. We don't have to take him out. That's not a bad idea either. Or I could move her in and have her start getting closer to getting them guys. They're all, just right now, these guys, right now, they're going to move towards the closest thing, so they're all going to move towards Alfred. I have to spend more actions to get to Alfred. So I think this one, we're going to move Ivy in there, because then they'll all come towards Ivy. Versus them going towards Alfred, then I have to spend 3 actions just to try and get into his room. Well, that guy, well, I guess these guys will have to go out there anyhow. But then Ivy's ready to start taking them out right away. Maybe she can take them out beforehand. So that's all 3 of hers. Now we just got Batman left. So he gains his 1 power. Before attacking, make this roll 2 guys. Okay. First thing he's going to do is do the objective. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I want to do that objective, but what's going to happen? It's going to push us into yellow. So we're going to have a higher spawn next rate. Luckily, again, we did that before the door. But we're going to have to do that, right? So we clicked our objective. He gets 5 XP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts us into 7. He does gain an extra activation, though. So I still have 3 different actions to do. So I was action 1, action 2, action... And do I want to do action 3 to go into the street right away? Or... I think what we're going to do is we're going to draw a power. We're going to draw a... yeah, you know what? We're going to have him power up, too, instead. Reasoning for that... No, we're not. We're going to move him into this... No, because Joker will move into... I was going to have Robin move into his zone. So 1, 2, 3... Yeah. I was going to have Robin move in his zone. I could trade equipment, but he can't get to Robin. So I'm going to power up 2 so he can search for a specific trait in case we need to find that other heal right away. Alright, so that was Batman's turn. Alright, villains get to go. So they're all going to do first activation. So these guys will each move here. These guys will move here. This guy is going to move in here. So Ivy is basically surrounded by everybody. These 2 guys will move 1 space. Joker will move 1 space. Then his second activation, he will move into Robin's zone. Alright, nothing terrible happened. Everyone's a little bit closer. I mean, I could have Harley run over and try and take out them brutes. But I'm not that worried. My goal is to get to that other door. So I want to try and funnel everybody in. But then we're going to try and take out the Joker just so he doesn't come behind us. So our first spawn, we're going to get... Oh, crap. Brute Rush. Spawn 2, and then they activate. Okay. Sorry, spawn 3, because now we're in yellow. So they're going to spawn, and then they activate, which means they move. So now I have, yeah, Harley's definitely going to run away from the 5 giant fat clowns over there. Our second one on the other corner is 3 more walkers. Okay, so that's not as bad. Okay. Alright, turn number 4. Flip everyone's activation tokens back over so I know who does what. I'm just going to give everyone 1 power right now just so I don't keep forgetting to do that. This is just going to happen regardless. Alright. So I think I could have Batman spend 2 actions to move up into Joker's area. Spend a 3rd point to trade off the stun baton, which would definitely help Robin out. So that's not bad to do, because that way we make sure we take him out. So that'd be 1, 2 in there, it'd be 3 to do the activation. And as 4th action, I could... I could have him power up. Let's do this first. We go 1. He has back edges. Once your turn, spend 1 power to eliminate 1 walker, or I could spend 2 to search for something. I'm going to spend 1, and within range 1, I'm going to take out one of these walkers here, just to help Ivy not have to deal with as much stuff. So Batman's second action is we're going to move him up into Joker's area with Robbie. Yeah, he's carrying Harvey with him, but that's just going to happen. Action 3, we are going to trade. It says reorganize and trade equipment and our bystanders with 1 superhero zone. I'm going to give Harvey over to Damian, over to Robin, because before attacking, you can discard 1 hero, trade roll 2 dice. Robin doesn't currently have any, but I can always have him draw 1 first, because then he could potentially get 2 extra dice. And I'm going to give him the stun baton. So it has less dice. It only has 2 instead of 3, but it has a better accuracy of 3. Plus, each roll of 6 deals 2 hits, and with Robin's beatdown ability, any 6 I do roll, I get an extra die. So I'm going to have a lot better chance of doing a ton of damage. So Batman moved 1, moved 2, did 3. He has 1 more action. I think then with his other action, he's going to look for a trait. Let's just see what he does. He gets to draw 1, see what he gets, something that might help him. I could have him attack, but he only has 2 dice. So there's no way he can take out... Oh, wait. We forgot 1 step. At the end of his activation, he spawned a runner. I forgot about that. So, I'm going to have, instead of having Batman draw a trait, I'm going to have him roll his 2 dice for his batarangs. Try and take out that walker. Normally, again, the superhero would be first priority, but Joker's special ability says it's not. So, he rolled 2 6s. Awesome. So, he's going to take out this walker, or runner. Alright, gains an extra point. Not that he really needed it. But then that way we don't have to contend with that. That was Batman's turn. Yeah, I think Ivy's going to have to move in with Harley. But I could definitely do is move her into the same zone. Use her bonk and spend a point to eliminate a brute. That would be the best thing. Then we don't have to deal with that at all. That's 1, 2 actions. Let's do that first. I want to activate Harvey last, because if worst case is I need to try and pull someone out of Joker's zone, I can always pull like Batman out, so I don't have to worry about something happening there. Or I could even pull Harvey out or do whatever. So let's move Harley first. So 1, 2 into here. She's going to spend a point to do bonk to eliminate a brute. That's very helpful. She goes up another point. No one else is... Robin's close to getting to yellow, but nobody else is quite there yet. So then she has her mallet. She rolls 3 dice. Wouldn't be a problem to try take out one of these guys. So she's going to spend her third action. She's going to try and take out this walker. So she needs to roll a 4. Did not roll a 4. Did not take out that walker, unfortunately. Okay. Then let's flip back over to Robin. Let's see what he can do. So, Robin here has 1 power. He needs a heroic trait. So, I'm going to do his first action. He's going to draw a heroic trait. Let's see what we get. We got hold them back. Discard and spend 1 hero when a horde zombies have moved your zone. They do nothing for this action. Okay, so that might be helpful later. But instead, I think what I want to do, he's going to use his stun rod to attack for 2 dice. Then he's going to use Harvey, since before attacking him, I discard 1 heroic trait. So we're going to discard a new one to give him 2 extra dice. So now he has 4, and he has 1 power. So we're going to give him 1 power to give him a 5th dice. So he's going to roll 5 dice to try and take out Joker at 3. It seems crazy, but I only need to get a 3 out of it. But, hey, I needed to make sure I got it. And I got it without a problem. Hey, plus I got that 6, so I get to roll an extra die. Okay, so we actually did 1, 2, 3, 4, but with the stun rider doing extra hits, we actually did 5 damage. So yeah, a little overkill, but I would rather overkill on one of these guys than take 2 damage on my next turn. So I'm not going to even argue with that. Alright, so that was Robin's second action, was the attack. His third action, unfortunately, we don't have any ranged attacks, so I can't take out, the other guys. I could always, pass Harvey back and do an exchange there or whatever. I think I could move him down and have him start getting ready for the next turn, which might not be a bad idea either. I think, okay, this might be a crazy idea to do. But I wonder if I want it. I'm going to do this. So with Robin, he had 2 actions, right? I think what we'll do is we'll have him draw another heroic trait. And that way maybe he can take out these walkers when they come. Oh, that does also, wait. He took out Joker, which gave him 3. 1, 2, 3. I put him up in the yellow. So I have 2 actions left. So 1, 2. So that doesn't help me get into that zone with anybody. But we can use 1 to power up. We didn't do that yet. And then we'll draw a hero trait. Got slip through. Discard during your turn to ignore enemies when moving this turn. Okay, cool. So either A, he can use that to get away if too many zombies get in his zone, like we get an extra crazy activation or something like that. Or B, he can use it to discard for Harvey's abilities. So that'll definitely work out for him. Alright, finally we have Ivy going to attack. So she needs to take out that walker before she does anything. Although I could just spend 1 energy to shove him into a different zone. Or I could have moved Robin down and pulled him into that zone. I could do that. I'd like to go get that equipment card. And then we have to do the objective too. So I like to switch that equipment. Because I don't have to. I just need to basically take out that guy and get to the exit. But I don't want to get to these guys too far away where they can't help when all these brutes move in. Because they only have that. If I gain like an extra activation or something with them, ridiculous. I have to worry about them getting in there. Or if they get 1 here, these guys don't get through. And the next turn, they should, but I just gotta kind of be prepared for that. So let's first of all see if we can just maybe take this guy out. We'll try 1 action there. She has 3 dice. She only needs to roll 4. She got 1 4. Takes him out. Not a problem. Ivy can take out walkers. Alright, her second one. You know, why don't we do this? Her second action will move here. That's 2, and then 3 will collect this other objective. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that actually gives her one more action. So what we're gonna do is this: we're gonna spend 1 point to do her grab. We're gonna pull Alfred into her zone, and then she also gains a hero trait and a random equipment. So let's see what we're gonna get here. We have ambush. Oh, see, crap. Spawn 1 walker in your zone, then draw another hero trait. All right. So here we go. So we got one of those, but we get a different hero trait. We have stand your ground. Discard when enemies move into your zone to perform 1 free attack action targeting your zone. Okay. So if they get near her, she can do that. Alright, so that means we have to deal with that walker again, but that's the end of her actions for the turn. The only problem is that wait, what did she do? She did an attack action, move, that was 2. Her third action, she drew a card. No, she pulled him. She only done 2 actions. She attacked and she moved. My third action was going to be to break down the door. Third action I collected the objective. But now she's a 4th action. She's going to try and attack this walker again. Their 4th action. She did get a 5. That was enough to take him out. Okay, cool. So he's not even a threat to us. So far, that means Harley's the only one that's not in yellow right now. That's the end of our turns there. Alright, so everyone gets to move. Hordes go rah, 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 rah. You guys all move here. That's just a nasty horde to be seen. These guys are each going to move into this zone. So it's going to make that more difficult now is because they each have to spend 2 actions to leave. of their 4 actions, or they have to take them out first. And then these guys will all move 1 space there. Nobody gets attacking, though, so it's not too bad. Then we do some spawns. Spawn number 1, we have 3 more walkers. Not as worried about any of these guys anymore. My goal isn't to clean everything out. It's just to get to the exit at this point. But the upside is these guys can run straight to the exit. They don't have to go through that door and back through the building. And our second one is we spawn 3 brutes. Ooh, which we have to watch because they get extra activations when you run out of tokens. And we are down to 2 brutes left. So there's always that possibility if I don't start taking out some brutes that, like, if I don't get to the exit this turn, they could potentially get out of there. So, alright, so what do we have first? We have everyone's turn. This should be the final round of the game, unless I really screw something up, and I should win this. But this is a tutorial mission. So other than the fact I had 3 superheroes already, which I don't think is supposed to happen, I'm supposed to probably deal with the 1. I'm, doing fairly well. But yeah, so we'll just do Ivy first. We'll give everyone a power-up action just so I don't forget. Yeah, so her first thing she'll do is break down the door. So we can remove this door. Her second action is she will move to the exit. And then she will get to leave for free. So she has left the board. So we'll put her back over on her tile. And she rescued Alfred. So we've technically completed the objectives, right? We've done both objective crates. And we rescued at least 1 bystander. So now just everyone has to get to the exit. So I could technically sacrifice Harvey if I wanted to. Now, with Harley, though, here's the thing. If I want to go get that equipment, that's 1 space there. To get the 2 to pick up the equipment. So I think I may have failed. I think I may have messed up with that when I got into that zone earlier, the Batman one. So I may have messed up that rule, but it's all right. I gave myself a bunch of leeways earlier, so I'll be okay. But if I did, that'd be 1, 2, 3. She wouldn't be able to get out. She'd have to wait another full turn to attempt to leave. So it's, do I bother to waste time getting that equipment? We'll see. Let's do the Batman Robin thing first. So we just need to take out all of these guys. No matter what. So let's see how many hits we can get with good old Robin. So we're going to do his stun rod again. I do like this one. He has 2 dice there. We'll discard our trait to do 2 extra dice thanks to Harvey. And then we will do 1, 2, 3 power. So 1, 2, we have 3 extra dice. So we are rolling a ton of dice. So I just need to get a bunch of 3s. Let's see. Good thing we did that because we got crapped on. So we got 1s, 2, 2s, a 4, 5. Just enough to take it out. Not even a 6 to get a reroll or get the double hits from the skirma stick or from the stun rods. So we just barely took both of them out. Sometimes, yeah, seems overkill, but, we just barely did it. So that was his first action. So action 2, 3, he exits. Batman, he's going to spend 1, 2 to exit. And then Harley, again, I could just do 1, 2 and then exit. Since she's technically won the game. So yeah, we'll just do 1, 2. No point messing around. What was the equipment we didn't get? She would have had the grapnel gun. Once your turn, spend 1 from 1 move action, ignoring enemies. So I guess it's kind of funny because I could have went 1, 2, 3 actions, and I could have spent 1 to move 1 closer, but she still wouldn't have been able to escape. If she was in yellow, she would have had that 4th action to move into the exit zone, but she didn't have enough. Yeah, so that was our first game of DCeased. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comments, and I will keep doing this. I'll try some. I want to get to some of the other games, whether you want to see me continue with this campaign, or if you'd like to see more of a variety of games. Would you like to see some of the Marvel, some of the other Zombicide, just some other games in general? I'd like to try and get to play more. I know my camera angle is not the best. You can't really see the boards. If that stuff is more important, you'd like to see both or closer up on the board, let me know. Maybe I'll try and take more time to do the videos and like have like a camera there. Maybe I don't have a second camera right now, but I can always like reposition my camera in between turns to look at my character's boards in between turns or something like that. Yeah, any other things you have, like, again, keep in mind I can't do everything, but if you have suggestions or ideas that might be better, let me know. I do also, maybe additionally, throw this out there if anyone's still watching, I do have little dials I can use for the zombies, which keep track of the numbers. So you have one dial on the board and it says you have 5 zombies or 3 zombies versus hordes. That's something you might think might be easier to see for watching video versus having hordes of zombies. Let me know there. If you'd like me to switch to zombie miniatures versus standees, stuff like that. Yeah, any of that stuff would be interesting to hear what you guys think. I'll continue to do videos. See you guys later. Bye.